Testing, testing. Can you hear me? Hopefully there will be two of me. But, this is, gonna try my hand at streaming again. This is going to be just a digital diary of me trying to escape the old day job so I can, be an artist. I'm not really sure what type of artist. I don't know. At first, I want to be a comic art artist. I still want to, but I don't know. With the stuff going on in the industry, it's hard to essentially just to want, especially the just undercutting and backstabbing. Just I don't know. It's like I think most comic professionals have this. They have this problem that I don't know, that they're just terminally online. It's a problem that I share. I mean, quite frankly, it really just affects like the quality of their work and mine. I don't know. I feel like I could have knocked this study out have I been not scrolling on Instagram or dancing to anime AMVs or or just thirsting over gym girl ass on Instagram or comparing myself to professionals like who are far ahead of me in their respective industries. I mean, yeah, I know I look at Joel Perel's art too much, but come on, it's so beautiful. Man, I really got it. There's something up with this. God damn. Magnifying glass tool. It's just like the moment you come on, you stop working the way I want you to. It's back to it's back to this. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna be clicking save. I'm gonna be pressing Control S for I think throughout this entire test, because my PC has a tendency to essentially just restart randomly when I don't want it to, and it pisses me off to no end. But I press Control Save, and that gives me a guarantee that it won't get lost or fall down or fall through the cracks, and I lose all this progress. So, yeah. I don't know. I mean, recently, I think I went to Comic-Con, and so far, I've shown everyone my stuff, my comics. People don't notice, but I have essentially just been working on a personal project called Finn's Binding. Yeah, I know the title sucks, but it's essentially about the saga. That's how they say it. The Vikings. The saga of Fenris and the God of War Tyr. Basically, the God of War Tyr finds purpose in essentially raising up Fenris, but little does he know, Fenris is basically one of the arbiters of the end of the world, and his boss, the chieftain of the Aesir gods, or the Norse gods, Odin, is basically trying to kind of just handle him, entrap him, and now he's kind of put in this place where he's torn between friendship and duty. And that's my book. At first I'm kind of conflicted because it's like part of me doesn't want to do it. It's a graphic. It's a graphic novel. I think it's supposed to be like 80 pages. I don't know. It might get to 100, and I don't know. I'm kind of torn myself, cause I like to do comics. I love doing comics. I mean, quite frankly, like you don't have to be broken comics. All you have to do is just make good stuff, make good stuff, like be a good artist. Like dozens of artists in the industry, they've essentially managed to bypass. God damn it! Goddamn magnifying glass. It always just. Oh boy. Ooh. What happened? What happened, Photoshop? You know, Procreate would never treat me like this. Procreate, he knows how to cheat, knows how to satisfy me. It knows how to satisfy a woman. Basically, I'm kind of torn because I want to do I kind of want to do comics, but I also want to do like illustration, like concept art, magic cards. You know, I think there's just artists out there. Gerald Perel, he does, I think, work for Riot. He also does like comic illustrations. Like it's his work is it has to be seen to be believed, but it's really good. He's worked for Six More Vodka. It's a concept art studio that has not only done like concept art for, I think, Riot, like League of Legends and stuff like that. You know Arcane. You know like the popular cartoon on Netflix with Jinx, the girl who's like who's like essentially like the female version of the Joker. Essentially, they've done stuff for that, and I want to be good enough to, to be able to work for them. But at the same time, I'd like to make my own stuff in comics, and it's. That's my goal, and I'm torn in between these two goals. And so far, like my only solution is to just get better. Just be on my Sigma Mill grind set. 10,000 hours. Stay hard. Stay hard. Who's gonna carry the logs? You don't know me, son. That shit. And so far, I don't know if that is getting. Is that kind of like a crutch that I'm using for myself? Because essentially it's like, do I need to be better? Because like, yeah, Alex Ross is amazing. Yeah, Marco Djurjevic is fucking amazing. Fucking Gerald Perel based, But at the same time, it's like, look at Family Guy. Look at Garfield. Look at like all these other properties. Like the artists on these properties, they're not the most gifted, they're not the most gifted by a long shot. Like Seth MacFarlane, judging by his illustration style, isn't like the artist extraordinaire. Like he's no Kim Jong-gi, but at the same time, like Family Guy has made way more money than like any of the properties that I like personally. It has made more money than I think Invincible. It has made more money than I think like Ultra Mega. It has made more money than any of like the kind of like the Image books. It's made more money than Spawn. Family Guy. Peter Griffin is a more recognizable figure than basically Spawn. A comic character so popular in the 90s that it basically sold upwards of 1 million copies. Like Seth MacFarlane was no Todd McFarlane, but he's still like Seth MacFarlane's like a millionaire, billionaire maybe. it's like maybe it's not the style, maybe it's not the art style, though that helps a lot. Maybe it's like me connecting with people, and so far, I don't know. I hope I connect with people. God, connecting with people is so hard, because it's. I think I felt like I've connected with people. Okay, this is hopefully this won't. I gotta go in like 120. This is going far too long, but essentially, I made a post like back I think back in, let me check, October of last year. This was back when AI art was popping off, and essentially it was just a last minute assignment of a 1 page 9 panel strip that was due tomorrow for a class I had back in college, and basically it's just me sitting at the table, trying to come up with something, and the table, and who sounds a lot like Arnold Schwarzenegger, is like, "Come on, draw something, draw on me, come on, do it now, come on, draw on me, come on, get a piece of paper, draw on me, do it, come on." And the last panel is just, I'm just gone, and the table's like, "You fucking pussy," like, it's just, and that has gotten more attention than any of the other posts that I have ever made, and that's frustrating to me, because like I didn't know that it was gonna go so viral, and I didn't know. It's like I feel like, oh god, stamp tool. I felt like that was like the one time where I have managed to connect with a lot of people through the work that I do, and it's through something that artistically I have put zero to little effort in, and as a person who's like obsessed with details, oh no, as a person who is so obsessed with fundamentals and getting better, that's like a curveball to me. It's like, what the fuck? What do I do? How do I reproduce that? I want to be able to make an audience, right? I want to be able to, prove to myself and people around me that I'm not like a joke. That that this art will take me somewhere, and this won't result in me like in a life where I'm still mooching off of mom and dad, and it's like, is that the version of me that I should like put out there now? It's like, is that a one hit wonder? It's like, what the fuck? Like, I can't. I pinned it, but at the same time, it's like, man, I'm so I don't know. Well, this has been the test stream. I'm going to turn this off, read it, watch it, and see if it works.